Focus group discussions, FGD. This is another important means of gathering data, especially on marketing, social, political and economic issues. It is usually a small group of people, 5 to 15, representing a population demographics, deliberately assembled to brainstorm or discuss on an issue or topic under study. It is regarded more as a qualitative research method. Merits of focus group discussions. The advantages of focus group discussion as a data collection method include the following. It is used to track the views of people belonging to similar market segmentation. 2. It provides insights on how a company, its products, or services are perceived by a target consumer. 3. As a research approach, FGD yields faster results than surveys, interviews, or observations, hence, it saves time. 4. As a research approach, FGD is also more cost-effective. It provides on-the-spot information regarding the issue or topic under study. 6. It gives the researcher opportunity for feedback, through the moderator who can shed more lights to the discussants on any unclear issue. 7. It allows the researcher opportunity to throw follow-up questions to unclear remarks from the discussants. 8. It gives the participants room to react to or build up on each other's remarks or viewpoints. Demerits of focus group discussions. The disadvantages of focus group discussion as a data collection method include the following. Just like in experimental researches, the mood, feelings, and other personality factors of the participants may influence the flow of discussion. 2. The participants may go on a bandwagon following of the train of thoughts of any member viewed as a role model. 3. The researcher or moderator may experience difficulties controlling a rowdy discussion, which might veer off course. This will also pose difficulties in data recording and data. 4. Participants often behave or react in such ways as to please the researcher or research sponsor. The research is not usually replicable, hence, posing reliability and validity problems. Case study analysis. A case study is a research strategy and an empirical inquiry that investigates a phenomenon within its real-life context. Case studies are based on an in-depth investigation of a single individual, group, or event to explore the causes of underlying principles. It is a descriptive and exploratory research approach. Case studies are analysis of persons, groups, events, decisions, periods, policies, corporation, or a corporate division, institutions or other systems that are studied holistically by one or more methods. It is a research strategy and an empirical inquiry that investigates a phenomenon within its real-life context. Press Academia, 2017. It is used in generating both qualitative and quantitative data in researches. Under the academic context, Part.2, 2006, defines case method of analysis as a learning tool in which students and instructors participate in direct discussion of a case or an issue, as opposed to the lecture method, where the instructor speaks and students listen and take notes. In the case method, students teach themselves, with the instructor being an active guide, rather than just a talking head delivering content. The focus is on students learning through their joint, cooperative effort. Assigned cases are first prepared by students, and this preparation forms the basis for class discussion under the direction of the instructor. Students learn, often unconsciously, how to evaluate a problem, how to make decisions, and how to orally argue a point of view. Using this method, they also learn how to think in terms of the problems faced by an administrator. Part.2, 2006, an individual, organization, institution or government. For best results, it is necessary to use a combined lecture approach and case study approach in teaching students. An outline of the steps to be followed and the items to be contained in the subsequent students' reports must be given by the instructor, as a guide. Custom market research data sources. This is research commissioned by an organization or individual to an external research consultancy firm. The advantage of this is that it is aimed at generating data and information specific to that organization's needs and problems. So, it is custom-made to the organization's directives, goals, and objectives, targeted at addressing their organizational decision-making needs. Simulation research. This is another vital method of gathering data in studies. Simulation researches entails a form of role-playing, acting out, mimicking, reperforming or replaying an issue in real-life situations, while the researcher observes and records, in order to analyze in real terms how the target population performs a particular issue of interest. For instance, this author was involved in a simulation study sponsored by UNICEF, in which they were interested in understudying the Omuata system in Igboland and their dispute resolution mechanism. In the study, different Omuata groups from different communities in Igboland, the southeast of Nigeria, were understudied on how they use their traditional alternative dispute resolution platforms in adjudicating on some land disputes, family disputes, and property disputes. The analysis of data here is usually both qualitative and quantitative. For the merits and demerits of simulation research, the same things we wrote under observation research still hold sway here. Experimental research. Experimentation research is another way of gathering data for analysis in research. It is a form of scientific test carried out in laboratories or non-laboratory settings with animate or inanimate specimens, to ascertain the reactions of the object, of the test on the issue that is being tested. The sample size, like in focus group discussions, is usually small. In the commercial field, experimental researches are conducted to test consumers' response, perceptions, or opinions about products' taste, price, color, packaging or preferences over competitors' products. Here, the consumers are made to taste different types of disguised products and choose the best, giving their reasons for the choice. Through this, the organization will ascertain whether their demands for the product is based on company's image, company loyalty, brand loyalty, or actual product taste. For instance, in a consumer panel experiment to determine why people drink Fanta by Coca-Cola, 5 different kinds of orange drinks were put in different glasses. Assuming the first glass has Mirinda orange drink in it, but labeled as Fanta. Now, if majority of the consumer panelists say the drink in the first glass tastes the best, and goes on to add that this is because it is Fanta, this result will show the researcher that the consumer's preference for Fanta is not actually based on product taste, but on brand loyalty. Merits of experimental research. The merits of experimental research as a data collection method include the following. It normally presents strong evidence for conclusions in causal researches. 2. It helps to gain fresh insight into issues, matters, behavior, and why they occur. 3. It confers more credibility to results, since seeing is believing. That is, people tend to believe more what they see performed, than mere opinions. 4. The administration and analysis of experiments is usually faster than other research approaches. It gives the researcher the leeway to manipulate and controls some variables under study towards expected result. Demerits of experimental research. The disadvantages of experimental research as a data collection method include the following. Experimental conditions/situations do not always represent the real situations under study, but artificial situations. 2. The mood, feelings, and other personal biases of the participants may influence experimental results. 3. Environmental factors may influence the participants' reactions. 4. It is often hindered by ethical and controversial issues like use of animals, use of human beings, use of human organs, use of minors, gender issues, and many more. Sometimes, the manipulation of variables may not be seen as being completely objective. 6. Participants often behave or react in such ways as to please the researcher or research sponsor in experiments. The he who pays the piper dictates the tune effect. For more details, see the book Mastering Research by Ben Odigbo, on Amazon.com bookstores.